So first and foremost, welcome to the Big Easy, Dyson Daniels.
Thank you. No, I'm excited to be here. Looking forward to it. So.
Everybody can definitely hear that you're not from here. So what has been your first impression of New Orleans?
It's been a really good one, to be honest. The people are great. I stopped by Chipotle my first hour I got here, and someone paid for my food in front of me. So that was my first impression of New Orleans. And I went to a restaurant last night where the waitress was very nice and gave me like congratulations cake and stuff like that. So it's just been a great experience for my first 2 days here for sure.
That's great. Now, have you had true New Orleans cuisine yet?
I went to a nice restaurant yesterday. I had seafood, but I enjoyed my steak and had a really nice steak there. But I heard the seafood's really good here, so I'm gonna have to get to a few more restaurants for sure.
And I know you're a foodie.
Yeah, I'm a big foodie.
I love that. There's so many great restaurants that you're gonna have to try, especially a mud bug. Do you know what that is?
I don't know what that is.
That's a crawfish.
That's crawfish?
Yes.
I'm gonna try that.
Okay, when it's crawfish season, you have to make sure that you get a pound.
For sure.
Or like 10 pounds.
I've heard crawfish is the go-to, so I'm gonna try it for the first time because I've never had it before.
Well, you're in the best town if you're a foodie because we have endless amounts of food.
For sure.
Now, don't let your trainers hear this because they're not going to be happy with what I'm telling you.
Exactly, that's right.
All right, so it's been a week since you have been picked for the NBA and you were up on that Barclays Center stage and they called your name. Dyson Daniels is going to the Pelicans.
Yeah.
What was going through your mind in that moment?
A lot of things. It's like kind of hard to reflect on it, what was going through my head, because I was just in the moment. At the NBA draft, I dreamt of that as a kid, and to hear my name called by Adam Silver, that's a dream come true. And my mind was just ticking, like 1,000 things going through my head, and my heart was beating. But I was just so excited to hear my name called and be a Pelican.
That's really great. And I'm sure your dad was excited as well.
Yeah.
He played in the sport, he played NC State basketball, so y'all kind of did the reverse.
Yeah, exactly. So I played in Australia, grew up, and then came over here, played here and went to Australia. But he's been my role model. I've looked up to him. I've done a lot of workouts and stuff with him growing up. So just to be able to share that moment with him was special.
That's great. What was his first reaction?
He's a pretty cool, chill guy. So he just went with the flow, but he doesn't show much emotion. But once we got in the bus ride, he was happy, cracking jokes, everything like that, being himself. So, but he doesn't like to show emotion on camera. So he was just cool, chill. But I know he was excited. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
And so you're here from Bendigo, Australia, and that is a far ways away. I know a lot of us New Orleanians have never been there before. Can you explain to us what it's like? Are there kangaroos jumping everywhere?
There is. It's a classic, Australian town. It's not too small, about 100,000, or small compared to a city, but it's a bigger town. But it's a great community. Kangaroos everywhere, farms, sheep, all that. I grew up riding dirt bikes and riding my bike and just being a country kid. So, I grew up there. It's about 2 hours from Melbourne, which is like kind of the city nearest. But I enjoyed my time there. I had a really good friend group back home. Parents own a gym, so I went there a lot and did my basketball juniors and stuff through there, and then progressed to where I am today in New Orleans. So actually New Orleans, I get mixed up with
Orleans.
that. I've been told that a few times, New Orleans. So I got to change that. But I grew up in Bendigo, which was a great place.
That's awesome. And we can work on your accent too. Yeah. Don't worry, we can get you fit into the New Orleans crowd pretty quick. So talking about the sport, how do you feel the G League prepared you for playing for the NBA and playing for the Pelicans?
It was huge for me. Playing the G League, it just prepped me, playing the NBA type of game style, 48-minute games, playing against players who are on the verge of playing NBA as well, more physical, faster game. So it just really everything about it, just NBA, just a lower level of it, and just getting used to that, prepped me for, coming in here and, being in the NBA on the big stage.
And you had so many great moments in the G League. What would you say that you learned in the G League that you're going to try and bring to the NBA?
Yeah, for me it was just, being a bigger guy, being able to handle the ball under pressure. For me, I've always, stood out in the defensive end. That's been my main strength, so I can bring that, every game in and out. But, I was developing my shot, working on my ball handling, getting stronger in the gym, dealing with physicality and stuff like that. And then once I got used to that and started to play my own game, I started to, play make for others, play make for myself, rebound, do a little bit of everything. So it just took me a while to get used to the style of play, but once I did, I was feeling confident out there and playing my own game.
All right, so you averaged 12 points, 7 assists, or 7 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals when you were playing.
Yeah.
How does someone do that, and what are you going to take to the NBA from that?
Yeah, I think, my game's all round, so I do a little bit of everything. I'll start at the point guard position, and then once, my teammates came off the bench, I went to like the 2-3. So I'm a versatile player. I love to rebound the ball and push it. I can score when I want. I can, pass the ball, get teammates in the right positions and things like that. So my game's an all-round game. I think, my main strengths are on the defensive end, but, my offense has come a long way, being able to be a really good playmaker. And, like I said, I do a little bit of everything. So, those stats, they come with that. But, I don't worry about stats. I'm a winner, so I go out there to win every game.
I like that. I think that a lot of people could really relate to that, just being a team player and not really thinking about the points.
Exactly.
That's awesome. So your coach, he played a very similar position that you played. How do you feel like that's going to help you and him to maybe jive or maybe see something a little different? Yeah,
I think, Willie, obviously a great player, played the same position. He's going to be good to learn off. He's a great coach. There's a great coaching staff here that I'm going to learn off, great shooting coaches. So I'm just going to soak it all in, get to as much information as possible and go out there and put it on the floor. But it starts on the practice court, getting the hours in the gym, working on my game. But there's a very good coaching staff here that know what they're doing and that played the same position as me. So I'm learning off them for sure.
Being the 8th pick kind of puts a target on your back. Are you going to take that and use it as motivation to push you to be a better player against other teams, or how do you feel like you're going to use that to your advantage?
I think being the 8th pick, obviously a high pick, does put a target on your back, but I'm just going to go out there and play my own game, and I think that's the only thing you can worry about. The results, they'll come if you put in the work. So I'm going to put in the work, play my own game, help the team win, and I'll be fine that way. But I'm not going to go out there and try to get my stats and show that I'm the best 8th pick. And I'm going to go out there and help the team win and do whatever it takes. So I'm just looking forward to playing my first game.
That's awesome. Growing up in Australia, I'm not sure if it's anything like here in America. Most kids who play basketball and end up in the NBA have watched all of the stars for years and years. Did you grow up watching the NBA?
I did. I watched a lot of NBA in Australia. Me and my dad, big fans of my brothers, so we always threw it on the TV. I faked sick days at school to stay home and watch the games. So,
what did the note say?
I just told Mum I was sick, and she always knew that I wasn't. But it was a big game when I had to do it, so because they wouldn't let me watch it at school. But growing up watching the NBA, I love watching. LeBron, my favorite player is Westbrook. So to compete against them this year, hopefully it'll be a dream come true. But I'm a Pelican now, so we're going to go out there and get the win.
Do you have someone specifically that you say, okay, I cannot wait to be matched up against them because I have some tricks up my sleeve that I'm ready to pull out?
One of the guys, Josh Giddey, one of my fellow Australians that plays for OKC now, so I want to go match up against him, and we grew up playing with each other and against each other, so I'm excited for that matchup. And then obviously play against LeBron will be pretty cool, and Steph and Giannis and those type people, but definitely Josh Giddey is one of them.
How do you feel that the academy and their development of basketball relates to how the NBA is? Do you feel like it relates at all?
It does. I think the Australian style's different. You play in more of a team system, and you run plays, you move the ball around a lot more. But here it's a lot faster. Ball screen, fly up and down. But I think just learning to play in a system and use your IQ definitely helped me coming into this process, and just showing that I can read the game well. I can read where the pass is going to go get steals, and know what defense is doing to be able to make plays and play make for others. So it does help me, and I learn a lot at the academy. So for me, I'm grateful that I got the opportunity to go there, and has put me in a good spot.
How would you relate the NBA and the G League? Are they the same, different, slower pace, fast pace?
They're similar, for sure. Obviously I haven't played a game of NBA yet, but it's definitely the same playing style, same concepts. Usually the G League team's going to run the same stuff as their main team, and just getting used to the pace of the game, flying up and down, ball screens. It's different to Australia, so definitely adjusting to that took a while, but once I got used to it, I felt comfortable out there. And I haven't played a game of NBA yet, but I'm sure it'll be similar playing styles, just a lot, probably more athletes and bigger people that you're going to have to compete against in the NBA.
How would you describe yourself? Are you more of a leader or are you more of a team player?
I think I'm both. Like, I play the team way. I do whatever it takes to get a win, dive on long loose balls, and I'm a team player. I'm a leader as well. I lead by example. I lead with my voice. I feel like I see the game really well, so I'm able to talk people through it. And coming in, as a rookie, that's something that I want to express and get my teammates' trust so that they hear what I'm saying and stuff like that. But I'm just looking forward to meeting all the guys, and getting team chemistry built. But I think I'm a leader and a team player.
Have any of them reached out to you yet?
Yeah, I've talked to a few of them. Some of the guys who are in here, Devontae Graham, Trey Murphy, Herb Jones, Jackson Hayes, those guys. I've been talking to CJ a little bit as well. So I've talked to them a few times, and it's just good to be in the NBA environment.
Have they given you any insight?
Not too much insight yet, but I've only been here 2 days, so I'm sure it's going to come. But they've been good at just pointing me around where things are, and once we start to play more team stuff, like get team practices in, I'm sure it's going to come a lot more. But like I said, they're great guys, great people, so good guys to be around. Can't wait to meet the whole team. What
do you hope to gain from Summer League?
I just want to go out there and play my game, help the team win. Like I said, I'm a winner. Every time I step on the floor, I want to win games, and obviously I want to show a little bit of everything I can do. And getting in the NBA is one thing, but earning your minutes, earning your spot in the roster is on another thing. And I just want to show I can do a little bit of everything: play defense, play make, score the ball, shoot the ball. So I'm just going to go out there, play my game, and it'll be fine.
All right, I like that. You're ready to just dive in.
Yeah, I'm just ready to get to it, for real. I'm ready to get in and play my first game.
Do you have any areas that you say, okay, I want to improve on this and I'm going to take advice from a certain player?
Yeah, shooting's definitely one of them. I've come a long way the last few months in my shooting, but being able to progress, they got some great playmakers on this team who are going to get double teamed and stuff a lot, so you got to be able to shoot the ball to stay on the floor. So that's definitely one thing that I want to work on. Ball handling with physicality, being able to come off screens and play make, dealing with ball pressure and stuff like that. So just tightening up the handle, and but obviously my all-round game I just want to improve on, and every day step in the gym and get better.
That's awesome. And when people see you around town, I was telling EJ earlier that the thing in New Orleans is if you love New Orleans, the New Orleanians will love you right back. Are you the type of person that wants people to come up to you, that you're gonna?
I do. I want to meet everyone.
Even at Chipotle?
Even at Chipotle. I've walked down the street a few times and met a few people, and they're great people for sure. So I'm excited to be here in New Orleans, not New Orleans, but I think there's great people. I can already sense the people around here that they're willing to help, and I'm just glad to be here. And if you see me in the street and you come up and say hi, I'll definitely be there. Take a photo, sign an autograph, whatever you want. So, and even just have a chat, because I love to meet new people.
Is there anything specifically that you said, okay, I'm heading to Louisiana, New Orleans specifically, I've got to try this type of food or this activity?
The seafood is the big one. I just heard it's great seafood. The crawfish that you said. And there's just a lot of different type of fish from seafood restaurants, and I'm a big seafood guy. So I did put on my Twitter some restaurant suggestions, and I got a lot. So there's a lot that I need to try for sure.
Yes, we saw your Twitter blow up when you had.
Nothing against Chipotle. I still need my Chipotle card. So
of course.
If I can try some seafood and still stick to Chipotle, that's my go-to.
You've got to go to Brennan's restaurant and get a bananas Foster. That's iconic.
Okay.
That's a dessert.
That's dessert?
Do you do dessert?
I do dessert.
Okay, good.
Yeah, of course, have to do dessert.
And what about some alligator tours?
Never done that.
Never done that. Okay, you've got to do that as well. That is probably something that you guys don't have in Australia. You might have crocodile tours, but.
I'll stay away from those alligators.
Okay, we'll keep you on the court.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Exactly.
All right. Well, that is all the questions that we have for you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.